How many people play, I don't know, what other sports? Golf. You guys don't play sports?
Squash.
Squash, okay. Squash, badminton, you know, anything. Okay. The first time you went out and played whatever sport it is you do, or went to lift weights or whatever, or wanted to run like, you know, a marathon before you trained, right? Could you do it? Could you hit the ball? Were you great? First time you ever tried it? Anybody? No. So what did you have to do to get good? Practice. Now, if you sit there and read about practice, are you going to get great? Or if you watch somebody else practice, is that going to make you better? So what you have to do with these puzzles is actually struggle to solve them. Now, because you're not used to solving them, it's going to be difficult at first. Because your mind is doing something you have not been doing. But it's in the struggle to solve the problems that you start creating these new synapses and start exercising your brain in a way that you haven't been doing. Now, this is good for you because everybody's scared about getting Alzheimer's, right? So you want to use your brain to grow your brain. If you look it up on Google, you haven't done anything. It's the struggle of solving puzzles that makes a difference, and that's why doing that on a regular basis exercises your brain and grows your brain. And that's great for you. And that does make a difference. But don't look it up. Work with it. And don't worry about whether you can't, when you first start playing tennis, if you can't hit the ball, you don't just stop, you just keep trying till one day you can hit it. You got the answer?
No, I don't, but I was just going to tell you, I was just showing Steve this for anybody that does like the puzzles. Like I used to love Sudoku and then got kind of bored of it, and I don't know if you've seen this new one that's come out called 10-10.
Oh, no.
Same exact concept. You have a grid that's 1 through whatever, 1 through 9, but then within it there's boxes that are math.
Oh, yeah.
So you do the logic of, you can only have 1 through 9
Right.
and a row and a column, but then you also have math equations within it.
Oh, neat.
Adding, subtracting, dividing, multiplying.
Okay, so you Sudoku people?
It's
Can we show it to
ridiculously
them?
addictive. Yeah, yeah. Take a look at it.
If
You want
anyone
to
else
pass it
wants
around?
to pass it around.
Pass it around?
But it does it, like, I feel like if you do it in the morning on the subway, it just, I don't know.
Yeah, anything you
It's
can do
to kinda
like
wake
that.
them
You
up.
know, one reason diversity is good for you, a lot of people don't understand this. We actually talked about this in this conference. I was giving a panel presentation this morning. Why is diversity good for you? Because dealing with people who are different from you is good for your brain, cognitively. And getting to know people who are different from you exercises your brain. If you just hang around with the same old people, then nothing much changes. Because what happens is our brains are efficient. So you don't grow if you just hang around the same people and getting the same inputs. So it's hanging around people who are very different from you, and having new experiences, have new understandings that makes a difference. So if you want to grow your brain, have a diverse team. Surround yourself with diversity. You'll learn from it. Plus, in terms of creativity, is through the diversity, different ideas, different perspectives, that you come up with those really off-the-wall solutions to your problems that other people can't easily get to. So people from a different culture will see something differently, and then you'll get a brainstorm in the group, and then you're on your way. Because they'll think of how to do things that you wouldn't have thought of because of where they grew up, how they grew up, what they experienced, which is different from how you grew up and what you saw and what you experienced. So then when you bring this clash together, out of that ferment, you come up with new ideas, new thoughts, new ways of doing things. And that's great for your brain. So selfishly, if you're concerned about, what's going to happen when you get old, you don't want to have your, they used to think your brain would atrophy. It doesn't necessarily atrophy, but it doesn't grow. But you can continue to grow it by exposing yourself to these new experiences. Okay? Anything else?
Thank
Okay,
you.
well, thank you guys. I can talk all night, but